welcome back. Just having a bit of a play with the Dublo today. We've got my beaten up Mallard with some Maroon Coaches. I'm going to get those shell lubricating wagons out in a moment to get the little Tank Locomotive out of the engine shed to do that. This is definitely picking up a little bit of pace here. So let's just bring a little bit tighter down here and see how we look. Impressive turn of speed. But it's toy trains, I imagine they would have spent a great deal of time running at this sort of speed. Enthusiastic young children playing with them. Or in this case, enthusiastic old child. Gorgeous thing, whatever condition they're in. So I'm just going to grab some controls here. What I want to do is stop it just before we come to the points number 12, the crossover. Because I want to bring it onto the inside line and isolate it on the line next to it, I think. That's my plan anyway, so let's have a look at that. We'll change 12. And then we'll run it around the inner line. Tiny amount of wheel spin there. I've just realised I've set this camera set a little bit longer than I'd like, and it probably doesn't translate into as smoother pictures as it could. Here we go, we'll go a little bit wider. We're in through the station. Really nice, satisfying clatter. And ideally we stop that before we crash into the points at the other end which I've left set against it. There we have it. So I'm just going to change the crossover behind it to isolate it. Ideally this will work, in my head it works, so we'll make that curved and we can run around it later on. So if I now test the theory, yeah. So I'm going to open up 18, which will give me power, or help me energize the track into the turntable. So we'll make that one curved. I know it's possible to change the wiring a little bit, so I don't have to do that, but toy trains and all. So now I think we just need to do number 11. Try not to drop the controls behind me here, so we'll do number 11. So we want to make that straight. Now ideally, little 062 Tank Locomotive will creep out onto the bridge on the turntable. Here we go, just serviced this last night. Just had it apart and gave it a good clean over. Amazing how dirty it gets. So it's hand operated turntable. We'll rotate this around, look at all the wear on the edge of the disc there that spins. You can see how it's rubbed underneath the rails. And it's just that simple locating mechanism there. Very basic, great deal of fun though. I know some people have managed to electrify these. I think there's more skill required than I have to make one of these electrified. So let's bring that on back here. There we go. So if I now change 11, where are we? Number 11. So we'll make that curved. And I think if I change number 1, because I'm going to want to take these out onto the outer line. So number 1 is sort of hiding behind the tunnel over there. We'll make that curved. Actually, which way is that set? Yeah, number 6 is set the way we want it. Excuse me spinning around here, so let's bring this gently round. A number of custom lengths of track to make this bit work. Actually, I don't need to go all the way out there, but I am going to go all the way out there in a moment. So I think I'm going to change. I'm going the wrong side for the switches. This is number 6, wants to go curved. So it's that one. I'm just going to check the rest of my points here. Yeah, number 7 is good. Number 8's good. That'll take us there. We'll leave the diesel locomotive alone there. So let's encourage this back through the points now. Let's have a look at the coupling there. I haven't derailed that little back set of wheels, I don't think, and all the wagons appear to be in place. So let's bring this one around here. And I'm just going to close that off there for a second. I'm going to change the point work. So let's do this one. And then let me just check back over here. Something nagging me at this side. No, I think we'll come all the way around and we'll come around the Mallard with the maroon coaches there. So that should run around. So I'm going to change number 18 because I don't want to go back in there just at the moment. So let's change 18. Excuse me talking all this through. There we go, so we should run around, but we'll come around that outside line now. So let's give that some power. I'll look out for derailments. And I thought I had a couple more of those, but I don't. So I've got, in my head I have another couple, but I can't find them. 2 of those have boxes. I'll have a look at the boxes in a moment. I think we've seen all these things before, so we're not going to get involved in flipping things off the rails. So there we go. So at that point, we could roll backwards. And round it comes. And bring it all the way around. Just as quick as we can, but we have to remember to stop it when we get up to the point. There we go. Any further there, we could be having a derailment as we get back over here. So let me take this back around at point number 1. Trying to keep in mind what comes energized and what doesn't when I change certain things. There we go. So I'm going to change number 1 and number 6. So number 1, make that wrong direction, straight there, and then number 6. So I don't want to put it back. Well, I could put it back, but I don't want to. So let's do that one. And then what have we got over here? So yeah, they're good there. So let's do that and then back through number 10. So just turn around and grab the controls again. So let's come in this angle here. So I was having a good old charge around with a Mallard last night. There we go. And then we'll switch number 10, which is another crossover. There we have it. And then we'll just change number 10 while we remember it. And then we'll set that running again. Again, the time has been very short. Just had a couple of hours here and there in the evenings. Great deal going on at present. smoothly through there. Sometimes there's a bit of a stutter on these uncoupling rails which aren't really as useful as I thought they were going to be. So perhaps if I was building the railway again like this, I probably wouldn't put them in. And you can spend a while fiddling with the couplings and get them to work a few times, but unless you've got them really prepared quite nicely, stuff doesn't tend to work as well as you think. Let's follow that around. Again, just another lovely little locomotive. You can see some wear and tear on these wagons where the paintwork is all sort of beginning to go mottled and so on. So I'm just going to let that run around there and then stop it under the elevator track, and we'll change one last set of points, I think. Because we've had a good go around a number of areas in the railway. So let's go 18. Let's bring it into this area. There we go. Alright, I'm just going to grab the two boxes. Here we go. So one of them came in this blue box, but was designed for 2 or 3 rail running, and one of them was in the red box, designed for 2 or 3 rail running. So the two with the plastic wheels. So which ones are we? Let's have a look. Yeah, that one. Strangely, they're not the ones in the best of condition. So that's got the metal couplings and the plastic wheels. Let's get that one back on there. All coupled up. Actually, I'm just going to nudge that forward. And this one's got plastic couplings and plastic wheels. So I think this is the one out of the red box. So I did take a reference snap when they came out of the boxes, so I knew which one they went to, but see, that's all been affected. It's like damp's got in underneath it or something. So let's just pop that back on. And I'm going to open, did I open number 10 at the other end of here? Just to finish off with. I know I said I was only going to change one more point. But let's change that one. There we go. And we'll just send that off through there. Seems to have got everything back on without making it all come uncoupled. But thanks again for looking in. We'll look back again next time. We'll try and have something else from the range to look at. Well, either from the Dublo range or the Tryon range. Goodbye now.